1. Seduction.
Psychological manipulator wear fancy masks to seduce you. For some reason, I like the person wearing the mask, and he communicates well, and is friendly. They act like they're already dating, like they've known each other for a long time. It's only been 10 minutes since we met, but we're already talking as if we're going to spend summer vacation together this year.
Hey, I know a good place to fish. I'll be sure to take you. He even winks.
During the seduction phase, the psychological manipulator has a lot of questions about you. Your opponent's goal is to figure out your driving force, the trigger that sets you on fire right away, and your weaknesses. These people can easily figure out the structure of their consciousness, and can easily figure out their dreams, values, and beliefs, so they can quickly see how to seduce them. People who think too much think that everyone in the world keeps their promises, and is always true, just like them. It is imitation that psychological manipulators casually use during the seduction stage.
Wow, neither do I. Oh, I really like that movie too. Oh my god, you were right, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Even if the fact that he didn't watch the movie is exposed, that person's life will go on smoothly even if the fact is exposed.
Oh, you were talking about that movie, I was wrong.
Then, quickly turn the fire to another story. The opponent is an attitude changer. Don't talk too much about yourself, and let the other person talk first. If you want to avoid the trap of imitation, ask yourself, what is this person different from me? Rather than, what is this person like me? And let's go over this point. Does that person's words and actions match? Words can be weaved with lies, so let's look at actions rather than words. Beware of promises and flattery that are good to hear. The more firmly you believe in yourself, your values, and your feelings, the less likely you are to fall for the tricks of tempters.
2. Pretending to be the victim.
A psychological manipulator will try to look like someone who has had a great misfortune, very bad luck, or persecution just after meeting you. That person's goal is to stimulate your heart and arouse compassion. If the mind manipulator has aroused sympathy in you, then you have fallen into a trap. They pretend to be the most pitiful person on earth, pretend to be filthy and ferocious, pretend to meet bad people and have a difficult life, pretending to be terribly difficult, but it is always the fault of others, not themselves. They always complain. His voice is loud, and he talks a lot. Oddly enough, they are always not to blame for their misfortune. They say there are no words for really great pain. Pain, on the other hand, of the psychological manipulators is very loud. Most people live their lives steadfastly, even when they are in pain, but psychological manipulators dramatically exaggerate their pain and whine while subtly passing the blame on to others. Empathy is a position to understand that that person, like everyone else in the world, has a difficult corner. On the other hand, compassion is the position that that poor person is much more desperate than others, that that powerless person has no way to solve his problems, so someone has to save him, and that it will be impossible if it is not me.
3. Threat.
The purpose of threats is to keep you living in constant fear. Always menacing, always unpredictable, exploding more and more frequently. Once the flirtation phase has passed, the praise and admiration given to you at the beginning will turn into criticism and ridicule, which will increase in intensity.
If you want to live like a stupid, ugly misfit for the rest of your life, yes, only you lose.
In that way, you will begin to tremble in fear of his judgment. He'll tell you that he didn't mock you and that you don't even take a joke. In the end, you end up being the only one without a sense of humor. However, the person is humorous and the words he throws are not as good as elementary school students. It's burdensome, it touches a painful place, it's stupid, and you think it's funny when you hear the sound of poo and pee. The psychomanipulator fires arrows of silent accusation. Later, he pours out his rage, as if in a fit of anger, and makes a fuss. I wonder how the hell did he live with such violence inside? With a carrot in one hand and a whip in the other, the psychomanipulator, alternating between a friendly mask and an angry face, trains you to mindlessly obey his words. The mind manipulator will not stop unless you firmly push your way through. Whatever the case, sooner or later you have to learn how to assert yourself. At the same time, when the person's mask falls off, their true nature will be revealed. According to him, everyone except himself is an idiot. It's like you've become ugly, or if you go against yourself, you'll get a bad taste. Psychomanipulators can do even more dangerous things. They abandon you anywhere, pretend to rush you into a truck with you in their car, and throw objects at your head. Then they accuse you of being too cowardly and overprotective. Their thoughts and actions are beyond anything you can imagine. You must learn to protect yourself.
4. Promote a sense of guilt.
Everything that goes wrong is your fault, and you are responsible. Psychomanipulators do nothing wrong. There is not the slightest bit of self-cultivation. It's always other people's faults, and you're the worst? He shamelessly regards everything he does as a rational, normal reaction to your actions.
I am like this because you are like this.
There is a favorite narration used by psychological manipulators, who say that they have not lived up to the expectations of others.
What do smart people do? There is no one who doesn't know this these days.
But you're used to the idea that if there's a problem, it's on your side, not the other person. It's very easy to foster guilt in a conscientious person, someone who wants to do a good job, or someone who wants to prove something. Psychomanipulators know how to take advantage of this loophole.
How to cope. Pleasant mask. Don't give in to promises like good words and hollow ganjang. Judge people only by their facts and actions. Give yourself enough time. It's because you can't know what a person is like after meeting him for only a few hours. Do not confuse bad people with unhappy people, if you do not want to flounder in sticky pity. No matter how severe misfortune they have suffered, there are people who can never be mean to others, and there are people who are only satisfied with their bad heart. If you are a normal person, you think that you should take responsibility for your own problems. Don't fall for any more threats. Avoid conflict as much as possible and practice calmly expressing your assertiveness. Stop feeling responsible for the actions of others. Acknowledge that it is impossible to have a peaceful relationship with a psychomanipulator. Above all, no one has the right to do anything to you. You deserve to be treated better,